It's Stacy with Stay with Stacy Slade, and Sunday, here, you guys need a close-up. Close-up on Sunday. Sunday is 3 months old today, or maybe yesterday. She is full of everything, including a mouthful of really sharp teeth. Those of you who have 3-month-old puppies know what I'm talking about. Backs of my shins are little teeth marks from her. We've been working on not biting me or grabbing my shorts to get my attention. So I wanted to talk about what to expect from a 3-month-old puppy. What's realistic, and what are you supposed to be doing, and what are you supposed to not be doing? So first of all, it's good to have lots of things for them to chew. I carry a bully stick whenever I take her anywhere, so she has something to chew on. I always get the 12-inch ones. You want the longer ones so they can't inhale them and they can't eat them, because it takes her a long time with the 12-inch bully stick. I have good toys that I can always put in her mouth as we're walking. See that? Right there, I deflected her grabbing my leg. She went for the toy. So that helps as I walk her around. So I'll do this as I'm walking places. And so she has something to tug and work on instead of me. I wear flip-flops because they don't have laces. She loves to grab laces. That's really important thing that I have learned about puppies in my days. I try to avoid shoes that she can make a hole in. I put my hands in her mouth a lot. So she gets used to them, and then if she chomps down too hard, I screech, and so she knows that's too hard, because I think it's good that they learn that bite inhibition. Ow! Ow! Good girl. And if she releases, the other thing I always have on me is treats. I give her a little treat. So in my shorts that I sleep in case we have to get up in the middle of the night, I have really dry, the jerky strips from Costco. They're made in the US. They're great. Love them. Have them, and I break off little pieces. See, now I have her attention, but she's doing this, which I also don't want her doing. So the second she sits and doesn't jump on me, I say, yes, good girl. So now I have her undivided attention, which is also a tactic I have used to keep her from biting me, is to give her something to do, because she wants to learn, she wants to engage. So I will ask her, come here Sunday. So I'll bring her over here. And this is something you should be doing, is starting to train your puppy. Good, sit. And we work on down. So I don't have food in my hands. I started with food in my hands to teach her to down. Now I don't need food. And we've extinguished the food in my hand. Sit. So I don't have food. Down. So, and then I feed her from a different hand. So she's actually learning to down, not to just follow the food. Good, down. Good. Oh. Down, good, down. So we work on that. She's not perfect, but we're working on it. We're working on, she knows sit, she knows come. So she knows when I call her, she comes running, because 100% of the time I will give her a treat. So she could be anywhere in my yard. I call her, she will come running, because she's like, Mom gives me treats. So super reward. I'm building behaviors. So it's a time you want to continue building those rewards and not extinguish them. The next thing you can work on is something like stand. So I put my hand under her tummy and I put the food out here. Yes, good stand, good stand. And I have worked on spin. That's a fun one. Spin? Yes, good. Or we do twist, which is the other way. Sometimes it's harder. Good, twist. You could even work on back up, which we've struggled with. She wants to lay down, so I keep her up. Good. Back up, back up, back up. Yes. I have lots of videos on how to train a backup from being on a mat and finding it with their feet. And I'm going to be doing that next. I just haven't done that quite yet. The other thing you can work on that's quite fun is a touch. She was not done this before, so yes. So I put my hand out for her to touch, and she does it. Yes. Yes. I feed her from the other hand, which I need to have my treats broken up into. So the touch is helpful for focus. Touch, yes. So I'm marking it when she does it, yes. I don't necessarily have to say it, yes. Yes. So she picked that up really quickly. I haven't done that with her before. All these things you can teach them. We have a wobble board we work with that teaches things can move underneath her and give her confidence with that. A little teeter-totter tunnel, those types of things. I love that she's just sitting here looking at me and not trying to bite me. That's important. So a couple things to remember with your 3-month-old puppy is you've got to be increasing their food all the time. So they're gaining about 2 pounds per week. So they need more food to keep that growth going. So she is about at 1 cup 3 times a day, sometimes a little more, but that's about where we're at. She's getting treats because we're practicing all these fun things. She's sleeping in the crate. She's sleeping through the night. And through the night, I mean, I go to bed around 10:30, 11, and she sleeps into about 6:30. And then we go out and go potty, and she can hang out with the big dogs in the kitchen for about 45 minutes to an hour. And my boyfriend gets up and he will let her out again. So that's what I mean by sleeping through the night. Sometimes I put her back in the crate at 6 when she wakes up, give her a bully stick to work on for an hour while I sleep until about 7:30. I am not setting an alarm any longer. I think that I only set an alarm for a couple days until she recognized the routine that I don't want her to just pee in the crate. And then she started telling me, I gotta go, I gotta go. The longer you set an alarm and keep that routine, the longer your puppy is gonna have that routine, and you're gonna need to set that alarm. So I try and extinguish that pretty quickly and just make sure that the puppy is getting out when they need out. They sleep next to me. It's so important when you're crate training that your puppy sleeps next to you. You've got to establish that bond. Remember, these puppies were sleeping with a litter before you took them. They need to be next to their people. And so if you can't bring them up to your bedroom, which is really ideal, having the crate next to your bed, you should be sleeping next to them for a while. They've got to have that relationship. Very nice. I'm going to reward this again. Super proud. Good down. Good girl. The other thing that I have found really important with puppies is to train at mealtime with their bowl of food. They're super motivated, and I have their food, and we're working on weight. So what that looks like, and I'll do it with a piece of food. It won't be as effective because she's lunging for her food bowl, is I have the food. I'm going to show it to her. I have the food. And so I ask her, I'm going to bring her back here actually for a second. Come here, sit. Is I'll say sit, and then I say wait, and I place my hand right here on her to hold her back, and I place her food bowl. Now she's trying to do catapult, cartwheels over me, and I say wait, good, wait, and then I release her, yes. And the first few times I do it, it's very quick because she doesn't know what we're doing. I'm just establishing something new. And then I will go to sit, wait, and I'll put my hand in front of her instead of on her. I just say, wait, break. And she doesn't know that that's truthful, but I say, break. And then she gets her food bowl. So I'm establishing weight. She's not quite there yet. She will sit and wait with my hand in front of her face, but if I place the food bowl down, she goes nuts. So we're working on that impulse control. The next step will be to down once she really knows that term. She doesn't quite know it. She knows how to do it when I show her. She doesn't know how to do it from just my voice. That will be next. So training around your food bowl is super ideal. I also recommend training good potty. So she just went off screen to potty, and so I'm going to give her a treat and say thank you for pottying outside. That was excellent. We still have some accidents in the house, and guess whose fault those are? Mine. It's because I wasn't watching her. All accidents of a puppy are your own. They either have too much room in your house to roam, or you're not watching them. Comes down to that. Simple. Point blank. Or make sure they don't have a UTI. If they're going like every few minutes, they likely could have a UTI taken, and urine sample to your vet. What else can you expect? She just got her vaccine today. Her 12-week-old vaccine, which is the first one that usually starts to cover. So for parvo and distemper, so I can start taking her, I'll probably give it a day. I can start taking her to places. I feel like her immune system's starting to protect herself from those diseases, no longer on mom's immunity. So that's good. We can start ramping up our socialization. But quite frankly, I've been taking her to breweries. I've taken her on walks. I have just avoided dogs and avoided dog areas. She's not been allowed to meet any dogs that I know aren't fully vaccinated and healthy. What else is going through your mind, kiddo? She's learning to be without me. We have a X pen set up in the garage where she gets to hang out. Now I'm lucky, I have her mom and I have her brother, so she gets to hang out with them. So she learns that hanging out without mom is a good thing and it's normal. It's okay. It's not cause for alarm. But if you have only one puppy, it's important to start putting them in the crate to feed them and then go for a walk and come back. I am not going to give her acknowledgement that that happened. That she doesn't get rewarded. I'm talking about with her. But leave your puppy, go on a walk while they are eating, and then come back and let them out. Don't make a big deal of it. Don't get high excited voice. It's just these things happen. I'm going to let you out of your crate. Out! And when we come back in, I'll let you out of your crate and we'll go train or we'll just hang out. There's lots of things to do. Crates should be fun. Spread around little treats in them in the towel or whatever you have in there to find, with new toys to work on. So those things are important. Squeakers are important. She's leash trained. She knows how to walk on a leash. She's not always confident going into buildings, so we're working on that. I'm getting to a point where I can't really carry her well. She's 26 pounds, so I need her to start getting confidence to walk into buildings, and so I'll start really working on that with her and using lots of good treats. I give her the patience. Like we had to try a stair. She'd never done a stair. I put a piece of food on it and I just encouraged her. She watched her grandma do it and we waited and she had to process it for a couple minutes and then she took a step and was able to get up the stairs and successfully, happily, not being forced. Those are learning moments that are really important to puppies. Socialization is probably one of the biggest things that you can do for your puppy at this age. She's meeting a lot of people. She's very happy meeting everybody. They give her treats, they give her love. I don't let people come straight at her head. I let her come to them and they give her a treat. I want them to pet her underneath her neck and her chest. That's less intimidating than coming straight at her head. We've been to lots of different places to hear different things and sounds, see different things. And now she can walk a little bit more in those areas because I know she's protected by her vaccine. She'll go in at 16 weeks for her final booster vaccine, and then we'll be good to go. Happy to answer any questions about puppies and what you should be seeing, doing, hearing, thinking about. Training session every day. I've got lots of videos on my channel for training puppies, tricks, obedience. The next thing I'll be working with is she hasn't really done a lot of this, and you do it on a leash and you do it off leash, is teaching her how to walk next to me in a heel. Good heel, yes. Oh, right here. Yes. Oh, good girl. Yeah, good heeling. Good job. So she learns that placement and that luring right here. That's what I did with Ash, and he's amazing at his heel. He loves it. So just reinforcing for the heel behavior right here. So that's all I got for you guys today. Happy to answer questions about puppies. Definitely send pictures to your breeder. You should be talking with them anyway and telling them what's going on, asking how much you should be feeding your puppy. You should still be on the puppy food that your breeder gave you. I'm starting to put in new kibble so she has different proteins coming into her, but just little handfuls of kibble that the other dogs eat, so she gets used to that. But not. I have not changed her food, nor will I for at least another month to adult food. I'm gonna see if she'll come off leash. Sunday, come! Yeah, great job. Good girl, Sunday. So I waited till she sat. She came at a run, and I encourage her once she's coming. I'm like a party good girl and giving her lots of food. And this is how I developed that behavior of her running when I call her, because she's like, I get lots of treats. Lots of treats. Good girl. All right. Happy training. Enjoy your puppies. This stage goes by so quickly. They gain about 10 give or take 10 pounds a month. So they're not this size for very long. So enjoy your puppies. Please subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Thank you.